Maybe his public persona is still a little bit reserved and a little bit guarded, and maybe that's deliberate. I'm not sure, but I think his persona within the squad and within the group of players who he trusts and they trust him, you know, he's developed enormously, and he really is a leader that they look up to.
He sets high standards, which obviously he sets himself. I mean, that's Wilco all over, and he won't accept anything else but the highest standard, which is great, because that's what I think we need here.
He's a sort of captain who leads by example, leads from the front on the pitch. Everything he does has to be, in his mind, I think, perfect, and he just wants to show to us how well he can do, and basically for us to follow him.
You're up early. Any particular reason?
Yeah, I'm going to get my kicking done out the way, so I can have the whole of the day doing nothing. I'm just going to sweep the cereal that I've poured on the table here. I'm just going to sweep this into the bin with a sharp knife.
Denies them. Armstrong to Andrew. Lamb couldn't take it, but here's Wilkinson. It's Jonny Wilkinson. Beats the
Brother's kind of, I suppose, best mate. Rely on him for everything, really. I suppose he does the same to me. We kind of feed off each other and keep each other sane and keep each other happy. But not only that, but he now sort of is playing the game as well at the club. So we're together pretty much 24 hours a day. So I suppose for some people that could be the worst nightmare, but it's working out fantastically, and I think it's what's kept me able to keep doing what I'm doing and the way I like to do it.
I think probably away from the rugby it might be slightly different. His brother helps him, I think, sort of come to terms with the pressures that he's under. I think he might be a little bit more stressed out if it wasn't for his brother. He enjoys the company of his brother, he can relax in his brother's company, and so he's at ease when Sparks is around.
Wherever they go, one of them's not far behind, and whatever one of them says, someone else, the other one pipes up with some other comment. But they're pretty much a married couple, but they're a good pair to be around. They're not they don't go hand in hand anywhere or anything dodgy like that. But
there's nothing I'd want to lose from my life, really. I'm happy with what I've got so far and what I've achieved, and I know what I want to achieve and how much work I need to put in for that. I suppose that's my life at the moment, is the fact that I've got this goal and I want to achieve it. It's like chalk and cheese, you know, that you couldn't have asked for two different people. For a guy when he's training and on the rugby pitch compared to when he is, because there's no other way. He's as if he's so intense on the field, and then when he gets off he just wants to release everything, and he is literally like a kid. I mean, it's just so funny. I mean, playing games and drinking games, and I won't say what other things he does, but it's very funny. My 21, my 22 and my 23 have all been fairly similar. I've done pretty much the same thing for all of those, so it's difficult to get that social angle, especially when you do invest so much of your time, even your free time, in your job. So I'd like to find that balance if I could. I want to experience the things that 23-year-olds do, and I don't want to lose that purely because I get so intense about being captain and what I've got at the moment, and not wanting to lose it, and how I've and how much more, or how much further I want to go in this sport. So that's a funny one. I think maybe it's just going to turn up and I'll find out gradually what it is that will strike that balance. On the other hand, I think maybe I've got to go out and try and find it.
Another classic Wilkinson impulse buy. We had a European game this year in Grenoble, and night kick-off, a hotel in the middle of nowhere, no one quite knew what was going on. So afterwards, Jonny and I found a table tennis table in the petanque pit and lifted it up, shifted it all the way across to under the awning outside the restaurant, and we're playing table tennis until about 1:15 in the morning to pass the time. And then we got back on the Sunday, and the Monday we were straight into Argos the next day. Bought it. 1 week later, this beauty turned up, all your fixings, built by P. Wilkinson and Son. And as for the placement of it, I think the hallway was probably the best, right from the front door. But at the moment, no real ladder or any sort of league set up, but I think that we'll get into that.
I'm going down to London to stay at the Penny Hill Park Hotel where we always stay with England, because we've got 3 massive games coming up against the Southern Hemisphere, which is going to be really intense. I have to switch completely over to England mode now, get all the calls in my head, get ready for, like I say, what's going to be 3 very nervous and intense weeks.
Do you miss Jonny when he goes away on tour?
No. It's almost a relief. We had so many worries.
So when he's gone, you just kind of let him get on with it, and it's
Yes.
kind of out of your domain.
We all sort of chill out. He's responsible for himself then.
So this is where you hang out when you're on tour with the international side, playing at Twickenham.
Yeah, this is my room. I see upstairs a bit. I've been here for 2 weeks now. I haven't actually been up there yet. Yeah, nice beds and awesome bathroom. Absolutely awesome bathroom. It's perfect really for when you finish with meetings and all the pressure and that, just to come in here and escape. If it was like a little room, it'd probably get all on top of you. But come here and just sort of whack the TV on. It's nice. It's just a bit of an awkward situation for me recently, because what I didn't want mentioned or talked about and sort of told everything I just didn't want these things mentioned, I was assured they wouldn't be, which is the trust issue, and then they were mentioned. Not only that, but laboured as well, and that was a difficult point. I haven't had that before. I suppose you trust these people. I suppose I didn't understand that, but lesson learned. I don't feel quite as comfortable now anymore. A bit more conscious of everything I do and say. So probably good I learnt it now, but never really understood it as a part of the job. Just kind of thought that everything runs smoothly, and this is maybe one of the first times it hasn't. I never understand why people are interested in those sort of things, especially about me anyway. I don't get it. I love representing my country and my club, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to talk about these issues. We're forced to because of the position you're in, and that's the difficult part. And therefore, that's why you need training. Like I say, if I had my way, I'd just get on and play. But there's loads to be gained from the profile side, and also people, if they want to find out what you think, then great.
So you get nervous before a game?
Yes. Very. An hour to go. That's when it kicks in. Up until then, I'm okay.
And do you speak to him at all between now and then, or is it all the communication's broken now?
Last night was last phone call, 10:30. Just have a little chat, make sure he's happy. Can't do much else than that, really.
Meeting up with the guys, you almost sort of, your body's naturally, when you're with these guys, you're always feeling the pressure a bit, you're always sort of a bit nervous, a bit anxious about everything. So when you meet up with them, it's difficult not to fall straight back into that. But yeah, these guys are a bit like this, being a bit of a safe house. These guys are, kind of your guardians, as it were, to all the pressure. And being with them makes you feel a little less worried about everything. So no, it's good to hang out with these guys and get to know some guys you don't spend day in, day out with, definitely.